conference quarterfinals were all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Killen. Great to have you with us. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. Someone we'll be keeping an eye on, guys. B-Train.
And one of the plays we're going to see with him a lot is the pick and roll. He's tremendous both as a screener and a popper. And you don't see him whistle for a lot of moving screens because his positioning is solid and his timing is right on the money.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Look at the Raptors. They managed to take one game on the road. Now the challenge to take care of business on their home court.
Well, being on the road for the first two games, realistically, you're hoping for a split. So I'm sure they're happy with where they stand right now. They've stolen home court advantage, and now they just need to hang on to it.
Yeah, Steve, that's easier talked than walked. Despite getting that split, I still have them as the underdog in this series. I mean, it's a very good team they're up against, and they're not just going to roll over either.
They set the pick. Passes it to the next one. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
But Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. Getting home court advantage back is what makes this game absolutely critical in his opinion. He said the guys know what we have to do. We're determined to regain the advantage that we had worked so hard to get in the regular season. It was easy to see just how important this game is to him, and history tells us to all teams, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Holiday. Here's Smooth. Here's the dude. And he drops him away up off the glass.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Holiday. Here's Smooth. Pass to Barrett. Knocks it loose. Smooth passes to Barrett. Here's the dude. The pass to the next one. To the middle, the bulldozer, and finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics a pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight. Yeah, the referees all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Celtics on D. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
And that result was no surprise, Clark, because they played very loose with the ball that night.
Yeah, they were carefree. Footloose and fancy-free with the ball doesn't get it done. And how often do we see it, Steve? The team that loses the turnover battle loses the game.
Rodgers has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's the Prophet. To the paint. Barrett, guarded by Holiday. Pass to Rodgers. Offensive rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
It's so tough to see a player go down with an injury like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. It's just one of those things, though. You've seen it happen before as well. And you can tell, whatever it is painful for him.
Here's Smooth. After the made shot from the Prophet, the shot's good from Smooth.
It's obvious he's hurting. I mean, he's going to tough it out, though, and continue to contribute on. You got to give him credit for that.
Holiday, the pass to Rodgers. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw good for Rodgers. Schemes check in for Toronto. And both free throws good for Rodgers.
steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Passes it to the National. Here's the bulldozer. He passes to Smooth. The three. And Boston with the rebound. Holiday's got his third rebound tonight. Here is Rogers. It's rebounded by the bulldozer. The bulldozer's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Smooth. Here's the bulldozer. It's rebounded by the Prophet. Here's B-Train. Drops in the layup for 2. Here's Smooth. To the inside, the bulldozer, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Celtics leading by 3. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. Right now, he said it looks like a severely sprained ankle, something every player hates to hear. He'll be out for the rest of this game and most likely will have to miss an extended period of time.
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And unfortunately, you can't afford to dwell on it. I mean, you got to come up with another plan and move forward.
And that's not easy to do, guys, because it's very emotional for everybody on the team to see him go down. But you're right, Buck. I mean, they've got to figure it out and move on.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Celtics?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Rogers pulls it in. Celtics leading by 4. Holiday with it. Now guarded by the bulldozer. Rogers can't make the basket.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And here's Holiday. And the pass to Rogers. Here's B-Train. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
And offensively, Kevin, he's got a lot he can bring to the table, given the situation. You know, he can give you 20 plus without showing you the same move twice. And it's that varied offensive game that really keeps defenses off balance.
Steve, another signature part of his game is the way he runs the pick and roll. He gets so many easy baskets that way. It's a play.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Great. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Boston making a switch here. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Mitchell.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Toronto with the ball. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Tatum. And foul hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
They're showing that they're the aggressors. I mean, doing a good job of drawing fouls and getting to the foul line, attacking the paint area.
and being aggressive has built them a solid lead.
Yeah, I typically think the spoils always go to the team that's been most aggressive, Kevin. I mean, people will talk about getting a bad whistle, but when you're an aggressive team and you're attacking the basket, you put the onus on the officials to make calls, and that's what they're doing.
And he makes the first.
They find themselves down here in the first, and a lot of that can be attributed to the early foul trouble.
He hits both from the strike. And you were saying that the fouls in this game a big reason for the score.
Yeah, Kevin, I think that's the case. I mean, they've allowed the other team to get to the line early and often, and you don't want to start that way.
Pass to him. He feeds it to Olynyk. Not loose. Pass to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Down kicks to Olynyk. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. That's good. White's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, they couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Another shot. Mitchell's shot is good.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Brown kicks to Olynyk. Back to Brown. Pass to Mitchell. He tries for three. No good. Celtics leading by 10. Tatum. No good on the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run. Well, they're really doing good work in the paint.
The Raptors making a switch here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And working the paint has helped to build this early lead.
And Kevin, you know, that's one of the easiest ways, or one of the best ways to build the lead is by getting high percentage shots, by taking that ball inside, and then controlling the paint area. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And it builds confidence, too.
Exactly, well said.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
He dishes it to Brown. Raptors moving the ball around. All alone. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Feeds to Brown. Dishes it to White. Offline with his three. Raptors trail by 11. Mitchell passes to Brown. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Brown, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Tatum, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this game 3. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. And Brown drops them both. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Mitchell. He passes to Barrett. There's a screen. Boucher. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. For Toronto, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Both shots good from a strike. Celtics leading by 13. Tatum. The shot from the low post is good. 9 points in the game so far. Toronto shooting around 41% on the night. The pass to Barrett. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Brown. Passes it to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. All to see. But they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Bird, defended by Olynyk. White the pass to the Prophet. Tatum hits it from three-point range. 12 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Kevin, too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Rejected by Mitchell. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics leading by 13. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Holiday the pass to Rogers. Here's the Prophet, defended by Barrett. Outside Holiday. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
The shot's good from Barrett. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Holiday goes in. It's blocked. Here's the dude. Smooth, the second chance points on the tip in. Smooth's got his second bucket of the night.
It's really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard said.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
Terrific game for B-Train. He's got 11 points and 2 steals.
Great focus at the free throw line. They're taking care of business.
That's exactly how you keep on the lead. 100% free throwing for the quarter. That'll do it.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Holiday with the 3. They get it back. Pass to B-Train. The Celtics working the ball around now. He kicks it to Holiday. Rogers. And it's off from three-point range. Barrett the pass to the dude. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The Bulldozer shot is blocked. They recover it. Here's the natural. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to get a glimpse of the regular season's assist leaders. Well, you look at Smooth, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
You know, he's been a great ball distributor this year. I mean, he's really done a nice job running his team, setting up other people, and ball movement is a big part of how teams get easier shots, and he's a big reason that this team has made it to the postseason because of his distribution.
No good from the Prophet.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And that one's good. Celtics leading by 8. Holiday the pass to Rogers. Blocked. Here's the dude, guarded by Rogers. Now the pass to Barrett. And Boston with the rebound. Rogers has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Holiday attacking. Rogers. Boston, no good that time either.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
The shot's good from Barrett. 5 points in the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Bart, just piling up points in the paint.
Here's Smooth. 5 points in the game. He passes it to Barrett. Here's Smooth. Passes to Barrett. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the natural, and again it's Toronto converting. Celtics leading by 4. Holiday, the pass to the buck. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. The Prophets got 5 now.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's the natural. That one a little long.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next foul will put them over the limit and in the bonus.
A chance to get some easy points at the line here, so it makes sense to be aggressive.
Here's B-Train. Here's Smooth. Pass to the Bulldozer. From about 16. Rebounded by B-Train.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
The shot's good from the Prophet.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
And the Raptors call time here. We've seen B-Train really have a great game.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
On defense, Boston, the biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's the Bulldozer. He's got 5. The pass to Barrett. Here's Smooth. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. And the shot is good. 8 points for him.
They didn't get off to much of a start early on, but it seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Passes it to the bucket. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
There's the pass to the natural. The putback. A follow-up flush. Celtics leading by 7. Outside Holiday. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
Celtics passing it around. Rogers passes to the Prophet. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, terrific one-on-one scorer. Able to break down defenders and make something out of nothing.
Yeah, it's really a nice blend of balance and creativity. Puts you on your heels, stops on the dime, and he can drain it on you before you recover.
One-on-one here. Pass to Rogers. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Smooth passes to the natural. Drills it from outside. The natural's got 7 points in the game.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Celtics leading by 11. Holiday the pass to Rogers. Here's the Prophet. The kick out to Holiday. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Smooth. The stupendous finish in traffic. Smooth's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's so dominant in the low post. You just can't let him get the ball in there so tight.
Too easy. It was really simple for him to go to work there.
Here's the Prophet, and the layup falls. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense...
Athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
The bulldozer passes to the dude. Here's Barrett. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. And those shots have just come on easy, open looks. All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
So it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
And Holiday, here we go.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
And he knocks down the first one. The Celtics making a switch here. Both free throws good from Beachland.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Knocked away. And pushing it up. Here's Boston ahead. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line. And Toronto making a change here. Both free throws good from Beachland. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. Tipped away. Pushing it up. Here's Rogers. Lays it in off the breakaway. Rogers has got 4 points this quarter.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Scheme. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game. And there's the pass to the bottom. A three-pointer off the mark. And so we wrap up the first half. Celtics out in front.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively. The way he plays at that end of the floor has been a major factor here in this game.
And as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance and uncomfortable.
Well, we've got a moment left set before. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Smooth out there with the dude. And there's the bulldozer. And it's the natural. And it's Barrett at the 3 spot. Here's B-Train. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Holiday. Passes it to the dude. Takes a three. Here's Smooth. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's look back now at some league leaders from the regular season. This time, it's a check on the best free throw shooters among the NBA centers and power forwards. Take a look at the Bulldozer, fourth in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
He's got great rhythm, great form at the foul line. I mean, sometimes we don't see that in big guys, but he's impeccable at the line.
Well, getting to the top spot on that list has always been a goal of his, and he's worked hard to get there, developing a very repeatable stroke. And as you said, it's the kind of form you love to see in anybody, but especially a big guy.
I think he's been kind of passive today, and maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Here's Rogers. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Smooth passes to Barrett. Raptors moving the ball around. Down low, B-Train. The finger roll finish at the bucket. B-Train's got 24 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Right, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
That's tipped. Fires the three. That's good. 27 points for him.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Pass to the dude. Here's the Bulldozer, guarded by Rogers. Here's Smooth. 9 points in the game so far. Shot to stop the run. Here's the Bulldozer. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Boston making a switch here. Holiday, the pass to Rogers.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Olenek is checked in for the Bulldozer. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Oh, you hate to blame anybody, but he's got so many turnovers tonight. That's really why his team's losing.
Holiday, the pass to Beach. Fast break, Toronto. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really an extraordinary game for Smooth. 9 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
Well, anytime they've needed him, he's come through defensively. He's made a major impact on this game.
Both free throws good from Smooth. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. They set the pick. And he lobs it up toward the rim. No good for Detroit.
Well, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those counters.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though.
There at the pass to the dude. And again, no good by Toronto. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Now the feed to Holiday. There's the pass to the pocket. The kick out to Holiday. That is good. Holiday's got 11 points.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Pass to the Prophet. Wide open look. Here's B-Train, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. What a contribution at the line so far. Going 10 for 10. First free throw is good. And Toronto making a change here. Brown's checked in. Both free throws good from B-Train.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Smooth passes to the Natural. Good on the 13-footer. The Natural's got 11 points.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. All free throws good from the Prophet. Toronto's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Pass to the Dude. Here's the 3. That one goes. 7 points in the game.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
The kick out to Holiday. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Shoots the 3. Up again. The follow-up 10.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, I think his team would be ahead.
Now the dish to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. The Prophet passes to Rogers. Outside Holiday. Here's B-Train. The limit with the steal. Brown outside. The pass to Smooth. Back to Brown. Shoots a 3. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
He passes to Smooth. The Dude tries again. Again, Toronto. Outside Holiday. Pass to Rogers. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Well, the defender was on him like glue, all up in his airspace. That's a very low percentage shot against that kind of deal.
Yeah, you're right. Best not to force it when you've got someone draped all over you like that. You got to move the ball on.
Back to Brown. Passes it to the Dude. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Raptors get it back.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
Here's Smooth, guarded by Holiday. The Dude passes to Brown. That shot wide open.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit is still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stopped, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
Out to White. A 3 ball. And it's Toronto with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Mitchell. Here's Smooth. And White with the block. Here's the Prophet. 17 points in the game. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Bulldozer. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Some changes for Toronto. The Natural comes in for the Bulldozer. And it's the Dude in for Smooth. Raptors trail by 21. Barrett. He's covered by Brown. Barrett the pass to the Dude. It's stolen by Brown. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And on your screen now are the Steel Eaters from the small forward spot during the regular season. In a very strong defensive group, to say the least. Look at the Prophet, 5th in the NBA. Very crafty player.
You know, if you're an opposing small forward, this could also be called a list of the league's most annoying players because they will be in your jersey all night when you're up against them.
And they're not just good on-the-ball defenders. They'll torment the players they're not guarding. A lot of those steals are the result of passes he gets his hands on away from the ball.
You know, they can't afford to be playing so loose like that right now.
Exactly. I mean, this is when they need to tighten things up, firm things up, be more focused, not the other way around.
Raptors are gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Puts up a three, and that one's good. And 12 points for the dude.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He jumped center stage now.
Rodgers can't make the basket. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to the next one. For three. The rebound by the Celtics. Rodgers has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Prophet passes to Brown. Here's the Prophet. Rodgers beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Barrett.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Stripped it away. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Now the pass to the next one. Another steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Smooth checked in for Mitchell. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good. And the Celtics making a change here. And so he makes both from the line.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
And that one's good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass on.
Passes it to Smooth. It's rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got 5 rebounds tonight.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
White dishes to Brown.
What a huge play.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary for that.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Kicks it to Holiday. Pass to B-Train. Brown outside. No good from outside. Raptors shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Tries to save it. Boston making a switch here. And the Celtics shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Poked away. The dude guarded by Rodgers. 3-pointer. No good from Smooth. It could go. And that's not going to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And here's Toronto on the court right now for the Celtics. Mitchell kicks to Olynyk. He passes to Mitchell. Olynyk. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Toronto, Kelly Olynyk.
The first one falls. Boston making a switch here. Richards is checked in. He's off on the second. Well, the Celtics shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. There's a good screen. He feeds it to White. He dishes it to Horford. Tillman. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. There shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
He's off on the first. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
Pass to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Cannot hit.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Richard off target from 3-point range. The Raptors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. The pass to Mitchell. They set the pick. Albasi, he's covered by Brown. Albasi, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. And it's the Celtics ball. Here's Horford. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Schemes checked in for Mitchell. That's good from Horford. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Boucher guarded by Horford. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
The Celtics shooting at 51%. Really solid. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. On the wing, Brown. Drills the three-pointer.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Here's Brown. Passes it to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Albasi, he's covered by Brown. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Back to Horford. Tillman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown kicks to White. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
On the wing, Brown. Lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
That free throw good from Brown. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Toronto shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Picked by Horford. Here's Richard. And another basket for Boston.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Brown outside. They need this. And again, Toronto no up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
The Raptors making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in. The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Picked by Horford. The tray. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Launches it. Count the bucket. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Feeds it to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 11 points in the quarter.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Skeen. The three-pointer, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Tatum, defended by Olynyk. For the three. Shot's good.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Skeen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. The screen from Brown. Skeen, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Toronto has possession. And the Raptors shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. This is to Olynyk. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Hit by Horford. Here's Richard. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Albasi. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston making a switch here. The Celtics have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Outside, White. Here's the floater. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
9 seconds of the shot clock.
Here's Horford.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
It's Brown on the wing. The Raptors rebound. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's White. He kicks it to Horford. Back to White. Horford with the screen on Brown. White the pass to Horford. And it's Horford again missing. Raptors shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
That's his second shooting for Toronto. Brown at the line for 2.
That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. Boston's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Back to Horford. 1:51 left in the game. Here's Richard. Toronto grabs the miss. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one. Mitchell kicks to Olynyk. Albasi. but they'll recover it.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Celtics have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. White gets the screen from Horford. White drives in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
Mitchell passes to Olynyk, working on Horford. And Olynyk kicks to Mitchell. It's Brown on the wing. And the Raptors miss again. Boston shooting it brilliantly here lately, 60% from the field. Horford with the screen on Brown. White can't hit. Nice D from Olynyk.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
The shot's good for Ertl. Boston shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's White. Rebound by Mitchell. Raptors shooting about 47% here in the fourth. And there's the feed to Olynyk. Albasi got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
That'll do it for now. For Steve Curry, Mark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning into the Eastern Conference quarterfinals here on 2K Sports.